All right, Bob, we're in unprecedented times without a doubt. So so give me an update. What's going on?
It's remarkably well given the circumstances. I mean, obviously, none of us would ever have thought that we'd see the day where the global economy would be coming to a screeching halt. But like you and I said earlier, sure, there's dire times, but here's what we've both learned personally and professionally.
Mhm.
There's always been dark clouds, but you got to look for the silver linings, and there's so many silver linings. We see them every single day. Professionally, everybody's working remotely right now. Everybody seems to be in great spirits. Of course, if you're in sales and you're good at it, you're having record-breaking years in 30 days, actually. And so, yeah, I think we're in a good place. And what we tell our folks is, look, let's be grateful. I know that you're really, really busy right now, and I know you're spinning way too many plates, but let's wake up in the morning and instead of saying, oh my God, I'm so busy, let's say, we get to do this. We have the blessing of too much. And we do. I mean, compared to, stating the obvious here, the travel industry, the hospitality industry, I mean, those folks are in dark financial places right now. And we tell all of our folks, look, you be the light.
Yes.
Regardless of your functional role, be the light.
We have to be the light. One thing that I've learned, Bob, and this was something someone said to me last week when I was talking to, is, there's the virus out there, right? It's contagious, is highly contagious. Well, we're highly contagious. The way we lean in and our attitude. And I'm telling you, this is not a time for anyone in the mortgage industry to complain, quite frankly. And that's Casey's vantage point, because if you got outside this industry, we got a lot of people that are in tough circumstances. My hearts go out for them, and I'm praying for them to figure this out. When you think of the restaurant industry, and I'm going to try to hopefully start a movement that everybody needs to eat out tonight. Call Uber Eats, support your local restaurants, realize they need us. We don't need to stay sequestered and not extend ourselves to them. We might not all be in the same room, but we certainly can eat out tonight.
Yes, yes.
Tell me how you're handling the capacity right now. I mean, you guys are in record volumes.
Sure. It's surprisingly well. Of course, it's all hands on deck right now. We've done a few different things from an incentive perspective, all in the spirit of really thanking our people for all of their hard work. But everybody seems to have, we're 100% remote. Everybody's hunkered down. We've tried to do everything we can to pick up the communication component of it, since we're not there face to face. So under normal circumstances, if you're having a weekly one-on-one, now it's an every other day one-on-one, and just making sure that we're communicating. And I think, the first couple, 3 days, just like everything else, you kind of grieve because you're getting all this negativity. But now I think people have just they're in their place. And I won't be surprised if productivity levels, it'll be hard to measure, right? Because volume's grown up. But I bet your productivity levels may even be higher today than they otherwise would be. And, one of the silver linings, people are at home. Yesterday, I had, every month I have the pleasure, I love it, it's one of my favorite things that I do. I meet with our new hire class, and normally it's in person, but yesterday was a video conference like we're having right now. And I got to meet a couple of their kids because they were walking by, and I saw them in the background, and I said, hey, who's that over there?
Oh, cool.
And I met dogs, and, the whole deal. So it's certainly it's different. And of course we want what we had, but we got what we got. Let's make the best of it.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of the American spirit, and where make the best. And one thing that's really neat is, I'm at home, right? I don't have to hide it. Right?
Yeah.
And we have something in common, that we're all in this together.
Yes.
So tell me, it might be a little early to ask this question. You've made some adjustments. All of us have. Is there anything that you've made from an adjustment that you think, hey, when things go back to normal, I think we're going to keep this in place? Is there anything like that yet?
Yeah, e-closings, I think we're going to be fully operational sometime the middle of next week. I think under normal circumstances, I would have been retired by the time we would have had e-closing. So I was talking to my boss yesterday, who I love. He's a wonderful human being. And I said, Scott, you know, I'm seeing we're moving mountains all of a sudden. Somehow or another, we need to bottle that and keep it as we go forward versus, you know, like most of corporate America, you've got this procurement gauntlet, you know, that takes a year and a half before you get up and running. So I think that'll be a real positive outcome. I think people, now that they don't have that, you know, we're social beings. Now that we're not there with each other, we're communicating more. We're utilizing the phone more often, you know, the video conferencing. But people seem to be more engaged. And that's one of the many things I love about our company and our country. Everybody's really resilient and everybody's remaining, you know, positive. And, you know, occasionally you'll have that person that, you know, woe was me, but we quickly try to, come on, let's snap out of it. My gosh, you know, we live in the greatest country on earth. We work in arguably the greatest industry where we deliver the American dream every day. And I know it sounds corny, but it's what we do for a living. So let's just be grateful. And that's something that we start all of our calls with. We always say, look, let's pause. Let's be grateful for this great country that we live in. We know it's not perfect, right? There's no perfect. Capitalism isn't perfect, but show me something better. Our democracy isn't perfect, but show me something better. And then, like I said, you know, we always say, of course, our company, as you do as well, which you're proud of as well, you should be. But then we also say, my gosh, our industry and our team. So being grateful, regardless of your circumstances, I think is so important, particularly when you have challenging circumstances like these.
You know, Bob, I love talking to you. You make me feel good. As I've told you, every time I speak with you, there's just this light that resonates with you. And I appreciate just a few minutes, and I couldn't agree more. You know, I've always said there's almost three things Americans want, if you will, the American dream, right? Buy a home, or get married, buy a home, and then have children, typically in that order, not always.
Yes.
I'm sitting there thinking, we get to help people achieve the American dream right now. They need more than ever for leaders like yourself to step up, to be able to help them lower their house payments, refinance, purchase a home, whatever it might be. And we're blessed to be able to serve an industry, the consumer at that level. And it's such a heartfelt time for them. And so I just wanted to say thanks for a few minutes of your time. I want to just say thank you just for being a friend and an executive that I so admire on the way you lead and love your people. I mean, you are special.
You are way too kind. You're embarrassing me, but thank you, Casey. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a blessed day, and we will talk again soon.